Alright, this is my dad telling his story how he got to Grand Funk.
I was 16 years old. My mom and dad wouldn't give me a ticket to go see him. So I said, okay, I'm hitchhiking. Put a knapsack on my back, and I hitchhiked all the way to Vancouver. I left a month ahead of the concert.
How many times did it take? How many times did you get picked up?
Oh, let's see, the first ride I got was in a Volkswagen Beetle. And they drove me all the way to Winnipeg. And then they dropped me off in Winnipeg, and I went to the whatever. It's some super place. What do they call it nowadays? A crash center where you can just a hostel.
Hostel?
Hostel, yeah. And I stayed in the hostel in Winnipeg. And then I got out. I ate breakfast, and I had a lunch. Packed the lunch, and off I took again. And the next stop was Calgary.
You got a ride right to Calgary.
Right to Calgary.
By who?
Oh, I don't know, some trucker. Gave me a ride all the way there. It was, what the hell was the name of that company that drove me? That picked me up? TCM? TMC, something like that? Fuck, I can't remember.
So
Fuck, that was a long time ago.
From
Calgary?
Calgary?
From Calgary, I didn't make it too far after that. It was kind of rough after that.
Why?
Because
How
nobody
so?
would pick you up.
So you just...
So I just kept walking and going, and that's why I had my sleeping bag, and I slept on the side of the road a couple of nights, and then finally somebody picked me up, and they were going as far as Banff, and I stayed in Banff, and there's this big fucking hotel on the big side of Banff there, and that's where he went, and then I slept in the lobby there. I broke in and I slept in the lobby there. And we slept there. I slept there for a night and a half, and then we left and got out of Banff, and we just kept on going. Slept in the mountains, and it took me 2 weeks to get there.
And then when you got to the concert?
When I got to the concert, I was just fucking hammered. Because I went to Gastown and back. In those days, Gastown was, you walk in a bar, and the beer was 35 cents, 40 cents, and you'd sit there and drink a beer, and people would pass joints around, eh? It's not like Gastown nowadays. I guess it's all dangerous now. But back then, it was all us old young fuck hippies. You know, we were doing dope and everything else. We were
trying to get to fucking Grand Funk.
Oh, yeah. We made it to Grand Funk. Yeah. And we made it there, but Gastown was great. And then I started hitchhiking back.
Was the concert worth it after all?
Oh, fucking right it was. I love those guys. I still love them. Grand Funk is the best band ever going. Ever.
And then
I had to hitchhike back.
How long did that take?
Well, I stayed in Calgary for a month and a half with 2 women.
That's a fucking surprise.
Yeah, 2 women. Yeah, 3 of us. We partied good, and we seen Doors in Calgary. Because I had $20 in my pocket, and at that time everything was cheap, eh? And these 2 girls said, "Well, we're going out," because they picked me up, and they said, "Oh, we live here." "Where are you going?" I said, I'm hitchhiking back to Ontario. They said, "Oh, you can stay with us if you want." And I said, "Okay, fine, no problem." We all 3 slept in the same bed and everything. Fucking great, stolen on acid all the time. MDA, everything. We would just fucking hoop, man. Fuck, it was fun. It was a good night. Never mind about the nights. And then they said, "Well, we're gonna go see the Doors," and I said, "Well, I have no money to go see the Doors." "Oh, don't worry about it. Can you shoot pool?" I said, "Well, a little bit." Which I was shooting pool at that time, right?
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, if you can beat this guy, you'll get a ticket." I said, "What?" "Well, if you can beat him, he'll give you his Doors ticket." Well, what did Bill do? Kicked his ass. And even got free beer. Oh, fuck, we went right around. And then the girls and me, we went to see the Doors. And then I said, "Here, Bill." I said, "What?"
What were their names?
Joan and
Joan was the good one, obviously.
what's the other one? Samantha, I think. I don't know. Fuck, gee, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
I know
well,
Joan.
Keep going. Keep going.
Joan. I know Joan was one. I know that. Yeah, Joan. We went to a Doors concert. We were just stoned on acid and fucking. We did a lot of MDA and oh man, just hammered.
Anything crazy happen at the concert?
I went down on my knees and ate her pussy while the Doors were playing. Well, I got horny. While I was eating the one, the other one was doing me, so I figured, okay, that's fine. I didn't mind. But we rocked onto the Doors, and then we had a great time there. Yeah, it was fun. Fuck, I want to do it again.
And then
I want to relive my life all over again.
The next day you left, or?
No, I didn't leave for another 2 weeks. Stayed there for 2 weeks. All we did was go to the bar and shoot pool and win free drinks and everything. Because I was pretty good at pool back then. You know, I'm not that good anymore.
Yeah, you kind of suck. No,
I know I'm not that good anymore.
Hey, that kid beat your ass.
Yeah,
You
I
still
know.
owe me money?
I owe you $20 over that one.
And then you made it back home.
Yeah.
And then.
Then I took my welding course.
And then Opanoma. What did they say?
Oh, I wasn't with them.
But what did they say about you being gone that whole time?
Nothing.
They were happy to have you back, though?
They kicked me out. That's why I went and then I said, well, fuck it, and I'm on pipelining, and I started my welding. Now, when I finally got my life together, because it was pretty fucked up back then. It was, yeah. You guys don't really have a clue. And then when I finally got my life back together, and then I was working. I got my welding apprenticeship and everything, and I bought my brother's motorcycle off him because he was a pussy, he wouldn't drive it.
The Triumph?
Yeah, the Triumph. And then I went and picked up your mum. I was playing soccer for Bradford then at that time, and I went to your mum and says, "Want to come to a soccer game with me?" In the back of my bike. She says, "Yeah, okay," and that was it.
And that's how you met Mom?
That's how I met your mum. Yeah.
And then you guys started dating after that?
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got married 6 months later.
6 months later.
6 months later. And we were married for 27 years.
And
everybody thought I married your mum because...
How long after...
everybody thought I married your mum because I got her pregnant. And you know what? No.
How long,
was 2 years
after did you get her? 2 years after you got her pregnant and had Kim?
Then we had Kim, yeah. And then we lost 5 babies in between. 4 or 5. And then we had you. You were our miracle baby. And then I looked at her again, and then Matt, she got pregnant with Matt. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go get my nuts snipped now, because every time I look at you now, you're getting pregnant. And that was it. I just said, no more. I don't want no more. I got 3 kids now. That's enough. Yeah, that's why there's such a big gap between you and Kim, because we lost a few, me and your mum. And then the doctor said, no, she won't get pregnant anymore. She just quit trying. So we quit trying. We weren't working hard on babies anymore, right? We were just making love, right? We were making love and having good sex, and relaxed sex. That's what it was. That was relaxed and good sex. And then she got pregnant with you. Yeah, and then you popped out, and we said, "Oh, there's our miracle baby."
That's weird. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the miracle baby.
Yeah, you're the miracle baby.
I remember the pictures of you sitting with me and all my blonde hair and you being happy and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the miracle baby. And then all of a sudden, 18 months later, your brother came along.
Mad Dog.
Yeah. Then he came along, and I just said, okay, Martha, what are we going to do here? And she said, what? I says, well, you're getting pregnant where you weren't supposed to be anymore. I says, I think I'm going to go get snipped. She says, no, I'll get a hysterectomy. I says, like, fuck, it's easier for me to get my nuts snipped than you go through all that shit. She says, you would do that for me? I said, goddamn right I would. I love you, why wouldn't I? Right?
Yeah.
You know, why should she have to go through all the pain where it only takes What, 20 minutes for me?
Tradition over
Bam!
here.
So I went and got it done. And that was it.
And that is the story of how the Verhooks
Survive.
family.
Yep.
It all begins with Dad hitchhiking the Grand Funk Railroad.
Yeah. And then picking up your mother on my bike. Taking her to a soccer game.
Sweet.
Yeah. She hated me in high school. She hated me in high school. You can ask her. We even smoked a joint there. There was a group playing there. Oh, what the hell was her name? I forget. But anyway, we went down there, and I was doing dope, and I invited your mom to come down and do a fucking joint with me. And she did. She used to drink, your mom, eh? Long time ago.
Anything else you want to say about the story?
Yes, I still love her. She still has my heart.
Besides that, any other...
And I'm happy the way my life turned out.
Me too, Dad.
Because I have a great family.
And I'm happy to hear the story and record it. Anything else?
No, that's it. What more do you want me to say?
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking of some questions. No, that's it.
Ice fishing and all that? You want to talk about all the ice fishing we done in Snow Lake and all that?